Heidi ho, everybody. Happy Monday. Can it ever be a happy Monday when it's DNA coming to you live talking about comic books that we bought at a convention? Hell yeah, it's a happy Monday. Every Monday, if it was like this, people would look forward to it.
Yes, indeed. We had an absolutely wonderful trip. Greenville, North Carolina, Comicon. Tipped the hat to Sherry and Tim. Deal. They did a great show. It was a lot of fun. Jason Pittman brought us up and had us there as guests. We had an absolute blast talking to people. Lots of vendors, a little bit of everything at the show. But more importantly, there was a lot of stuff there that wasn't expecting to come home with that we wound up buying.
Yeah, we both came home with big stacks of books. I got a good amount at Jason's store, which is Needless Toys and Essentials. Is that it?
Yep, Needless Toys and Essentials.
And that is the partner store to the one in Lincolnton, North Carolina. His partner Tracy runs. This is the first time we got to see Jason's store in Greenville. Wonderful store. It's really hard to choose. If I can't even pick which store is better. They're both beautiful stores if you like toys and comics. So I did a lot of shopping there. Prater's in the house. Leg Kick. Hello. Apex. Marcus Kellegrew. First one. Look at that. Stippling Vaughn. Horror Mike. Mr. Chemo. Hello. Oh, we got to meet him at the show.
Yeah, that was great meeting him.
Yep. We got to meet him. That was cool. I felt bad because Trusty Sidekick, hello, Apex Comics. So I felt bad because we had to leave at 4:00, pretty much on the nose, Saturday afternoon to drive back here to Charlotte because I was going on Yellow Flash at 10:30 and I didn't want to push it and not make the show if there was traffic or anything. We got back around 8:45, which was good. Gave me a little time to decompress before going on Yellow Flash, which eventually started, I think it started around 10:45, 11, and we ran till about 4:30 a.m. I am still tired. So that was fun. And one quick question before we start. If you know what this term I'm about to lay down means, put a 1 in the chat. If you don't know what it means, put a 2 in the chat. Do you know what the term butterface means? 1, if you do. 2, if you don't. If I see a majority of 2s, I will explain it. If I see a majority of 1s, that really does prove Dennis grew up Amish. There's 1 already. Look at that. Repairman Jack. Oh, Christian Zaffo. Oh, look at those 1s. Oh my God. Look at all these 1s popping up. Hello, Mark. Mr. Chemo, Leg Kick, Christian, Apex, Prater, Mark. Wow. Dennis grew up Amish just like I thought. So there you go. I don't even have to explain it to our chat. They are so intelligent.
Wow. Guys, I had a little more hope than that. So you let me down. You let me down. That, or I just never talk that way about it. And as I was told, it's just because I have a great personality and I'm nice to all people. So I would never, ever use that term about a girl.
No, Dennis, what you told me was,
I told you anything different than that. So
when I told you what it meant, you were like, oh, we just called him ass face because I'd rather see their ass than their face. And I was like, well, at least I can say mine on TV. Come on, Dennis.
Nope. Everybody who knows me knows that's crap. And that's Andy with all of his derogatory terms.
All right, let's get to what you guys are here for, which is the comic book haul. I'll start first because I'm on the left, so it's easy just to enlarge my screen. Paul Taylor, hello. Marcus, what a body, butterface. Exactly. So I'm not going to go through one by one on this first stack, and it is a stack, as you can see. So I use an app on my phone called CLZ. I can keep track of my collection. I can also have a wish list for stuff I'm looking for. I was looking for, and it's not really because of the stories, it's because of the artist. I've had about 12 issues of Superman, Man of Steel from the late 90s, early 2000s. I needed because I want all the Doug Mahnke artwork issues because I love Doug's work. And it's nice to see the progression from this to what he's currently doing. Like any artist, you still can see their style, but it's just gotten better and refined. So unbelievably, at our buddy Jason's store, I found 10 of the 12. And then the next day at the con, I found the last 2. It is so rare that I can check off. Like if I've got one book on a wish list, that's not hard. Oh, I found it. It's done. But when you got 12 and you find them all at the same event, basically, that's a win. So I won. Hold on here. Let's do this. JP says, I went to Fan Expo Chicago this weekend, picked up an Anthony Marquez and Doc Shaner Green Lantern sketch, some nice prints, and some key back issues. Nice. That's what I like to hear. One Slick Dude uses CLZ as well. All right. It is Dennis's turn, so we'll do this. And then this.
I picked up a stack. I'm not going to show them all today, but I will show a number of them. A very, very, very fun book, something that I loved watching. I used to own it, and I purged it. Should have never got rid of them, but I brought it back in. This is the great TV tie-in, Sledgehammer. Yeah, I'm going to pop this open for you guys to...
Sledgehammer.
Yeah, wrong side. Yeah.
Who drew it?
This one, the artist is Alex Saviuk.
Oh, our buddy Alex.
A-Team, that's right. So you know it's good, fun art, and with everything in here, these stories were great. It was slapstick humor. This is just good stuff.
It is. Christian says, I want to hear the convo that spurred the Butterface question. No sweat. We checked into the hotel. And the girl that checked us in was very nice. And when we walked away, I said, she's a Butterface. And Dennis is like, what? And I said, Butterface. And he's like, what's that? And I said, everything's nice, Butterface. So that's the conversation.
I disagreed. I thought she was very cute and sweet.
And after second look the next morning when I was more awake, I did agree, actually. He said, I take that back. She's actually cute. So, but that is, by the way, how it happened. Is it my turn?
Yes. I just sledgehammered it.
Okay. Next up on the Smith letterboard, I always like to save the best for last. Let's see. I actually am once again going to show this time 2 books at one time, but it's just because they're kind of the same company. Back in the day, I got a little Jaguar God 0 issue drawn by Simon Bisley. Of course, the Frazetta painted cover. And I got Satanica. Satanica 0 issue, Frazetta cover, Naughty Bits covered up, also drawn by Simon Bisley. I love this stuff. I also have another issue of Jaguar God in my long box drawn by Liam Sharp. So those are 2 more I got. Damn, Joe, that's harsh.
Well, and then Passmaster.
Yeah, I saw it.
and that is Wisconsin cute.
The girl was? Is that what you're saying?
That's what JP Roca, Wisconsin cute. She was absolutely cute.
In Roman times, fat women were considered beautiful because food was hard to come by and fat women were prosperous. Well, of course. And if anything really went south, you could just chop a leg off, cauterize it, and then you got a leg to eat. So there you go. And that meat would last forever. Dennis is up.
I wound up picking up Fuzzy Buzzard and Friends. There was a guy there, and I went through it, and I'm like, oh my God, Fuzzy Buzzard. I have never actually seen that one. This was the Mr. Tom, and of course, our very own Ethan Van Sciver that put this together. And I'll pop open that first page. This was a fun book. I've actually not seen one at a show before. There were a couple of books that I found that I hadn't seen at a show. This one was just a fun one. I wound up having to pick it up. And, it even gives the answers for the little search word that they had in there. Guys, this was a very fun pickup because I have never read this one. I actually hadn't seen it at any of the shows.
It is, a friend of mine sent it to me. Didn't tell me what he's mailing me, but he said this was like a year or so ago. Just sent it to me, and it was actually signed by EVS. AJ Tom sent that to me, and it's actually a fun read. So it is pretty good, actually. Let's see. I saw that. Is that actually true? That's the question.
He said it's for EVS, so who knows?
I'm not doubting Ethan, but I don't know. So, okay. Next up on the leaderboard, I just like saying leaderboard, like lederhosen. What do I want to show next? Oh, this is a fun one. I love this. If you guys remember Pacific Comics, good old PC Comics, I picked up Silver Star #1, Jack Kirby. I actually read this yesterday. Nice little fun story. I've got Captain Victory, and I have the Captain Victory graphite pencil edition, which is just the pencils as well. Is it Primo Kirby? No. Is it still fun comics? Hell yeah, it is. So I got that. Let's see. Bounce back over to Dennis.
My next one.
Taylor says, I have an inborn prejudice against black and white comics. I guess I'm not an artist. I have an inborn prejudice against them if they cost just as much as color comics, but I actually don't mind them.
I'm kind of there with you. I really like color, although I will be getting to a pair of books that I picked up today that I had never heard of. I loved the cover. I picked them up, and once I cracked them open, I realized, oh, that is just exquisite art. But we'll get to that shortly. In the meantime,
you mean once I cracked them open and you saw them?
Cyber Frog. This was the Hall of Heroes one. Like I said, this guy had some neat stuff. This is old, Ethan. I think this story came out in 94. Whoever had it actually had Ethan sign it in 05, which was kind of cool. It saves me the trouble of having Ethan sign it when I see him next. But, I do love this, the old stuff, and all of these type of things I had gotten rid of when I had done my indie purge way back when in my DC purge stuff. So, yeah, I don't see these very often. And I'll just I'll pop this one up quick too. He also had Cyber Frog when he went over to Harris #1 that he also signed. Yeah, this is good stuff. I mean, this just is, like I said, it's not too often. A lot of the vendors have a lot of Marvel and DC sitting there. And if they do have independent, it's a lot of the newer indie stuff. It is very rare that they have anything of Hall of Heroes and stuff. I mean, like I said, it is a rarity. And then even this old Harris stuff, but now you're getting into the color. So yeah, you were asking, and these are good, fun stories. And then it even has the preview for #2, shows #2 with Dan Fraga.
Dan Fraga cover. I've got that issue as well. That's a good book.
Yep. So anyway, to me, those were some pretty good finds on just something that is kind of hard to find when we're in there.
There you go. Next up, yes, you can laugh at me. You can mock me. You can show me scorn, if you will, for this next purchase. I don't care.
We will.
Because the art on the inside is by Kurt Swan and Don Heck and a bevy of inkers. That's right. Superman Quest for Peace, the worst Superman movie out of the 4 by far. But I got to admit, the only good thing about the movie, I did like the villain guy design, his design and stuff. So there you go. Kurt Swan, Don Heck, my buddy John Beatty inked it. A few other people I believe I know as well. I know Dick Giordano, I believe, did some inking on it. So that is why I bought it. Wasn't that expensive. So there you have it. Oh, Paul Taylor says Captain Carrot. My friend. Please. I actually did buy. I don't have it laying in front of me. I already put it away. But I did buy an issue of Captain Carrot. I bought the second part when the Justice League or whatever they called Earth C- characters came over with them. So I did get one issue.
Comic must be better than the movie.
I'm sure it is.
That is not a high bar to put up.
Nope.
All right.
Dennis is up.
So another twofer that I got. She Way of the Warrior. He also had issues number 2 and number 4, both of them signed by Billy. And again, that just saves me a little work next time I see him of having to get them done. But, this is, again, back in the 90s, the She stuff was just fantastic. Had to wind up, I don't care, I wound up getting the omnibus anyway. But they always had just cool stuff like this on the inside. When they have pinup posters or they have something in the back on them, they're always just cool. I do love the fact that their credits, he always put the credits and stuff right into the to the back pages. But if you can find good She stuff from there at a good price, it's hard not to pick those up.
And Stippling Vaughn nailed it. It was the crossover between Captain Carrot and Just a Lot of Animals. Thank you very much. And just to let you know, pal in the chat contacted me and said, if you want to trade, do a trade. I've got the showcase black and white edition of Captain Carrot that's really thick. Reprints them all. And he said, I'll trade you if you want. So we worked out a trade, and that is arriving today. And that thing's not cheap. Ooh, look at that. A photo.
So the guy I bought these from actually had pictures of some of the stuff. So he actually has it on the back of it. He actually had taken a picture there at the booth from Billy's back then. So you guys get to see that going. I do. That is the Cyber Frog poster that we got from Garden State. It is hanging and going. I love having that thing on. And these lights don't get so hot, unlike the old ones. So I can actually just leave that sucker running. And yes, it's got the 181 in the back. Sold it for a nickel. That pains me in every way.
It does. Now, Joe Bernardo asked if my Alpha Flight poster was fading because it looks almost black and white in the shot here. No, that Alpha Flight poster is nice and bright. It's not even in direct sunlight ever. So like where I hung it up, that wall doesn't get direct sunlight. So nope, the poster is just fine. Thank you for asking. Next up on the list, another twofer. Another time on my wish list, I had 2 books under old DC Comics Presents titles, and our buddy Jason at his store had them both. Issue 14. I wanted it because it's Dick Dillon pencils with Dick Giordano inking. And issue 20 is Jose Luis Garcia Lopez, inked by Joe Giella. Joe has a very recognizable inking style, and I've never seen him ink Jose Luis Garcia Lopez before. So I was like, heck yeah, I'll get that. This was this the store? Yeah, this was Jason's store. 2 more books off the wish list. There you go, guys. First Man kills Superman. It could happen. He could. He'd be like, Superman, get the hell out of here. Don't make First Man smack a bitch.
All right. So, by the way, the 2 last things, not now, but as we get to the end, I bought 1 non-comic item. And then I think I bought the Grand Slam item of the entire show, but it's going to be dead last. So you need to stick around to see what that is. It is super rare. But in the meantime,
because I know right now, real quick, I know right now you're all thinking I'm winning. If this was a competition, it's not a competition. But no, I can tell you that last item is the winner for sure.
Mora. I was unfamiliar with this title. And guys, you know me. I will buy a book just because of a cover or something that just strikes me. I look for something cool and different. This cover, and then this is the issue number 2. I already put them together. The covers looked really cool. And I'm looking at it going, oh, Berserker, not all that familiar with that small press. And it says the writer is Eric James Krause. The artist is Rudy Nebris. Again, did not strike me. Andy started looking at it when I got back to the booth, and I'm just gonna show you some of this artwork. This is not in color. This is a pencil.
Now, let me tell you guys, if you're a fan of Rudy Nebris like I am, Rudy is awesome. Now, this book came out in 2009. This is still very, very, very peak Rudy in regards to the artwork. It was so nice. I was like, did they have more than just one? And unfortunately they did not. So now I've got this on my wish list. It's only 2 issues. It is freaking gorgeous.
It is.
So,
this artwork is just stunning. And it's a 2-issue miniseries. They got 2 different covers. And but everything that's in here, oh my God, it's just absolutely fantastic. I love the artwork. This looks like it's an interesting story. And then I know they did a variant cover, which he didn't have, but Simon Bisley did the variant cover. And then
in fact, in a couple of weeks, Dennis and his wife are going to be going on a little vacay, and I'm going to house sit. And I know he alphabetizes everything, but he never looks through all the 20,000 comics that often. So my wish list might get filled sooner.
Yeah. So for those of you not stealing comic books and you want to go find them, Mora is the name of it. It is worth putting it on if you think that artwork is cool. I absolutely think it's cool, and I bet a lot of you do too. And like I said, chances are these aren't going to cost you an arm and a leg. I think these were $3 a pop from a guy, so I'm good with that.
Dennis, they might. Check this out. Can you read that price for 1 and 2?
Nope, because nothing's come up.
It's showing on my side. It's not up there?
Nope.
Oh, I shared my screen. eBay, Moira, 1 and 2, $45 or best offer.
Well, hell, that means I got a heck of a deal, everybody.
Yeah, you did. I thought those were dollar books. Were those $3 or $1?
I think those were the 3. I got some that were $1 that the guy had, but
so really, my screen didn't show,
nope.
Huh?
Nope.
Just out of curiosity, since we're both using the StreamYard to, whatever, when you look down at the thumbnails, do you see it?
I can see it down there. I can't read it because it's so small, but nope.
Oh, that's weird. I just clicked it to share, and now it's that's weird. All right. Well, hopefully it'll share. Oh, well. So anyhow, yeah. So yeah, if you're wondering, That is not a cheap book. Now, eBay, you have to actually do the search for books that sold. I
Yeah,
did not do that.
people ask
So,
stupid prices.
right. So somebody asking 45 doesn't really mean anything.
I use
But
Comic Base for my collection, and they're just showing us $3.95 books in here, so nothing special.
oh, are they? Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, let's continue then with what's up. Oh, a guy, one of the dealers had a short box full of pretty much the comics that you would get when you would buy a Marvel Legends figure. And I know for a fact I don't have this issue of Namor in my collection. So this was $3. And I was like, hell yeah, I'll get that. I love that costume. John Romita's senior cover. I dig that costume. Don Heck on the interiors. I think it's cool. I think it's a pretty cool freaking costume. So reprints issue 67, very nice shape. There you go.
I too collect those. I wasn't going to show them, but I'll just do like a bulk one. I'm a completist. I do like the Marvel Legends reprints, so I do them. So I did pick up a bunch of them. I'll just quickly go through. I'm not gonna open them up. I like the Defenders giant size. Let's see. I hate that costume. But each to his own. I like the Defenders giant size when Namor got beaten to a pulp in that costume.
Oh, wow.
All right. So these are the ones that I picked up. He had them. And so I got, X-Men number 5. Here, I'll just set them down over here. And then I got X-Men number 13, the Juggernaut. A lot of these I already had, but if they're in nice shape, I will buy these all day long. Number 18. Look at that. 97. Gotta love Havoc. There's my baby, Jean Grey 101. Love these reprints. 117. That's the Professor one. 133. Hellfire Club. 141. There's your Days of Futures Past. You can't reprint that enough. There's your first Iron Man. Tales of Suspense. 39. I love it. Love getting copies of those. There's your Cap. It's 109, right? Yep, 109. So I love the origin of Cap. There's your, look at that, Zemo, Avengers number 6. And then Incredible Hulk number 1. So, guys, I bought a lot of the Marvel Legends from him just because he had them, and they're actually really, really good. I will collect those all day long. But the real one I picked up was, here, I'll just pull it out and make it easy.
Yeah, whip it out.
Iron Jaw number 1, Atlas Comics.
Dude, I love that book. Neil Adams cover,
Yep,
Pablo Marcos interiors. That is a fun book.
Except, yep, that is not Pablo.
It's not. Oh, shit. That's right. Pablo only did issue 4. Is that Mike Sikowski?
Yep.
That's right. And Jack Abel. Oh, my God. I totally blanked. Pablo drew issue 4.
Actually, he did 2, 3, and 4.
He did. Okay. I actually have one. I've got all 4 of them because it was only 4 issues, I think.
It is only 4 issues. So I am going to be going back and pick it up. Oh, look at that. Look at the cool ad I just popped into. Superheroes, Star Trek model kits, Planet of the Apes, Flintstone monsters. Guys, that's almost as cool as the book itself. Not quite, but it is really cool.
It is.
Iron Jaw. That's solid.
All right. That is cool. Boom. Moving on to, let's see, what do I want to go to next? I don't know about you, but I've got 3 left. Or no, I got more than that. I'm sorry. We're going to go to a foreign edition. I love good old foreign books. Batman El Hombre Murcielago. This has no Batman in it. It is a Spanish edition. It is a Flash and a Green Lantern story. Green Lantern story is Dick Giordano, pencils and inks. The Flash is Irv Novick. I love foreign editions. If I can find them at a show, I buy them. So I can't read it, but I can enjoy the art. And the Green Lantern story I already have in a trade paperback collection, so it doesn't matter. But very fun. Had to pick it up. I showed Dennis, and he said, if it's not American, I don't care. And I was like, whoa, okay, pal. He's like, I don't buy books from shithole countries. I was like, damn, son. Damn.
Except for the fact that I have a very large foreign collection.
Hey. Keep the show clean.
Don't let facts get into the way of your feelings, Andy.
Do you or Andy want some? Sure. Buy me a comic book that's in Italian. I'd love that.
Yep.
Love it.
Val, you know us well enough. If you can find anything awesome in Italian, that would be awesome. Just let us know. But yes, love that stuff. I particularly get X-Men in anything. I've got Russian, I've got Japanese, I've got Korean.
Oh my God, Dennis.
It's just awesome.
It's a gift. You don't be picky with a gift. You see, I said anything where you're laying down things like, I like X-Men.
Wow. There it is. Andy is fake news.
Mark.
That is correct. Andy is the CNN of this talk show.
Please.
Comics here is so popular. I love to hear it.
Well, pick them up. DM us for our address.
I don't know if you can get these. You might be able to get these over in Italy. I mean, this is this is Judge Dredd 2000 AD. Judge Dredd stuff. These were reprints of the original from the UK. Prints 2080 from Great Britain. So I picked them up. So they basically took the British ones, reprinted them, and then this was, I think it's a 6-issue. Yeah, 6-issue mega series. They're calling it. Mega. But Alan Davis did some stuff. Ron Smith. It's cool. I like Judge Dredd. I never collected them like a completist, but I had some stuff here and there until my one purge. So, I saw this one, number one. I might go back and pick up the whole run. We'll see, but I did enjoy it. So anyway, 2000 and AD. I think this was 1985 when they reprinted that. Very nice.
All righty then. Let's see. 1, 2, 4. Oh, I'll do this one. This one was a pickup because of kind of a tip of the hat to Mr. Graham Nolan. This is one of Graham's favorite comic strip artists. So anybody that knows Graham can probably guess. And it's from Pioneer. Pioneer Publishing took comic strips and repackaged them into comic book form. That's right. Roy Crane's, the official Roy Crane's Buzz Sawyer, issue number 1. I don't own any of Buzz's artwork. I do like it. Now I have some. I actually read this too and dug it, but the art itself is just fantastic. So there you go. Got that. Dennis tried to rip it from my dirty little hands, and I said, no, Dennis, no.
Yep, I sure did, because that is what I do. Here's one that isn't that old, but I never saw it when it came out. Earth Divers. I was like, that sounds mighty familiar to me. This came out. It's Kill Columbus. It came out at the end of 22. Never saw it in the shop. Never saw it on the shelf. But, I'm just going to pull up on some of the artwork. Looks pretty cool. I don't know if you got anybody out here has read it. You'll have to let me know. I have not even had a chance to peruse it. I was trying to find a good art shot, I love it when they have ships of some sort in there, but this looked kind of interesting. this was one of the buck. He had some books for $1, and I was like, I never saw it. And there's Christopher Columbus.
It is very nice looking art in it. That's another one I said, oh, does he have any more? And he was like, nope, he's only got one, which that's what I figured, but that one's not that old, so I can probably still find it. That was a very nice pickup as well. So hat off. It warms my heart when Dennis comes back with good pickups like this, because it just means I can finally let the bird spread his wings by himself on the con floor and not have to worry about him coming back with garbage and wasting his money.
Oh, are you still upset that I just didn't bring back a signed Quasar 50 yet?
Well, I mean, I did sign one, just not for you.
That's right.
Are you showing something else? I don't know.
Oh, I can. Yep. I'm ready. Another one that I didn't see come out. This one's from Opus. It came out last year. I've been really digging the Opus titles. This one's Cradle of Filth. And, and it's interesting because it's the same artist, but it's just check that out. I love the art style and something like this. So I'm sitting there flipping through it and I'm like, oh, I kind of dig that. You can see the hellish landscape that's in there. I love that. I really do. And then in the middle of the book, all of a sudden, basically now there's Nemesis, and check out the artwork. It's a completely different style that's in it. So this one piqued my interest. It's another one. I think I'm going to go. He actually reminds me of a character that I made up for D&D once, very much like it. But anyway, the artwork looked really cool. I'm not familiar with it, so I grabbed it. I'm going to see if it's any good.
All right. Freighter says, hey, Mom, can I get a Cradle of Filth? Well, the bad thing about that book is hold it up and tell me if you can actually read the logo. And the answer would be
you do have to look at that logo.
That is not a readable logo. Logo, fail. Jesus, my phone keeps ringing. I don't know why. All right. Let's see. What next? Now I have 4 left. You know what? We'll go old. I finished another collection. I needed one book to complete this 5-issue run. It's from the late 60s. DC Comics, Gil Kane, Wally Wood. What do you imagine? The last book I need is issue 5 out of the 5-issue run. Now I have all the Captain Action. I have the whole series of Captain Action, baby. I had no idea it was only a 5-issue run, or I would have got it years ago. So there you go. Captain Action. Gil Kane, inked by Wally Wood. It's great stuff. So,
from the cradle to the enslaved, will do. Hooray for Wally Wood. And who the hell is that?
Who's what? Captain Action? If you mean Captain Action was a toy, it was a doll, and basically he came with different. That's his outfit, but he came with different outfits you could put him in, even like a Superman or a Batman and stuff like that. Captain Action, man of action. That's who he is.
You heard it right from his mouth. Andy used to play with dolls. Us men played with our action figures, but Andy played with dolls, which is why it's Captain Action, the doll, versus
right, because Captain Action,
the action figure.
Captain Action showed Barbie what the action was all about. Yeah.
And she still wound up with Ken. Oh, it sounds like the story of your life.
Oh, you son of a bee.
So, guys, you know me, once again, art. I mean, this is the foil cover, so it's going to literally reflect the hell out of everything. So I'll try and do it at an angle. It is, of course, the awesome Power Girl special In the foil, I mean, I can't resist it. I just can't. I mean, it's an Art Germ cover. Most of you guys know I absolutely love Art Germ. See, Power Girl Special. This is was a great one. This one's in an invisible backer. You know, the only thing I'm going to say is I saw this cover and I went, yeah, got to read some Power Girl. And I open it up. And Power Girl looks nothing like what she does on the cover.
That's why I told you to rip the cover off and throw the guts away.
Yeah, so in the meantime, let's see if we can't get a good picture of Power Girl here from the front. Most
Good luck.
From the side, most of them are from the back.
Most of them, she looks like a little boy.
Yeah, they do have Superman in here as well.
He looks like a little boy.
Yeah, there's just not a lot, but there's your Superman.
Ugh. Why? He's going to rip my eyeballs out.
So it's not that the art's bad, but all right, here's one with a bunch of it. That is not the same girl that we see voluptuously displayed on the front cover.
And like Dennis said, I don't
a bit of bait and switch here.
I don't like disparaging other artists unless they're awful, because there are some like that. This artist isn't awful. I mean, her work is good. I just would never have had her draw this book. There's other books I could think of that I would put her on, but this specific book featuring Power Girl and especially Superman's in it, there's no way I would have put her on it. But like I said, she does good work. She has a very nice style. So, and who knows? I don't know if it was DC saying, hey, tighten up them boobies. We're not drawing the biggies on Power Girl anymore. Or if it's because, you know, it was a woman that drew the book and she's like, I'm not going to objectify her, and decided I'll draw them the way I want. So I don't know.
Yeah, like I said, I love the cover and I'll pick up Art Germ stuff anytime. And I'm glad I picked it up, but it's not a book I'm actually going to read. I got it strictly for the cover.
That's right. All right. I think I need 2 more issues, and then I'll have the whole all new The Phantom, Charlton Comics, drawn by the master, Don Newton, who left us too early at the age of 42 in the early 80s. This was stuff he did before he went to DC and did beautiful Captain Marvel, Shazam, beautiful Batman stuff, Aquaman stuff. I love Don's art. He painted all the covers he did for The Phantom. Just fantastic. Had to get it. And I've got like 3 issues left, and I'll have the whole run of the all-new Phantom by Don Newton. So there you go.
Yep, Phantom's a good one.
Origin retold in this issue.
Nice.
Yeah, baby.
Team America. America. Fuck yeah.
Another book should have been in the quarter box.
Yeah, well, it didn't matter. It wasn't in the quarter box, but it also wasn't very much. But, you know, Jim Shooter helped write the first issue on this one. Mike Vosberg did the art. I was just going to find some. This is one that I had as a kid, and I had gotten rid of, in, of course, one of my dual purges. And I saw it there, and I was like, once again, probably shouldn't have got rid of it. It looks cool. You know, and then spoiler, how they stand there. That was fun. So this was kind of a more of a pickup from my childhood that was on there. I'm not going to pop this one open, but I did get the Chaos Bible. Back when Chaos Comics, I used to collect the hell out of that. I never had this one on there. See, Blackjack, Team America, hell yeah. Only missing 2 issues of that series.
Team America.
Series. I think it was a 12-issue series, if I'm not mistaken. So you're almost all the way there. See? They do. They just find their way back to your collections. That's what I'm saying. This is what my wife doesn't understand. I'm just going to show you 3 because these are it. E-Mans. I needed 4, 5, and 8, right? Yep. 4, 5, and 8. These are the last ones I needed, and I have all the E-Mans once again from the collection. So these were the first series, and love it. 1974, 1975. Now I've recollected all of the E-Mans. Always love that series. E-Man is the one that got me into comic books. So this is the one that got me started collecting my X-Men run. If it wasn't for E-Man that day, I probably wouldn't be collecting X-Men.
Wow.
Now you pop one up because I have to pop these open.
Oh, I'm popping. All right. Now the funny thing is, I actually don't have the original E-Mans. I've got issue 1, I think, and that's it. But after that, I have all the other E-Mans that came out. So, all right, moving on. 2 books left. I got this one. I saw it. It was only $10, 30% off. It's in pretty good condition. And my first thought was, I think Aaron Lopresti would be proud of me. So, Son of Satan #1. I got that because I think Aaron would be proud of me for this purchase of Son of Satan #1. So there you go. Nice Silver Age #1 book. First issue. Obviously not his first appearance. It would have been a lot more than that. But that's okay. Yes, E-Man was drawn by Joe Staton.
Yeah, he's saying only by Joe. I don't remember him having a guest artist on any of the books in the first run. I think he did it all.
So wait, do you only have the one left?
Oh no.
Oh, because I've got one left.
Yeah, well then I'll hit a few of them.
All right.
So this will make you guys. I'll only show the one, but I got Bernie Wrightson, Master of the Macabre. I got the first 2 issues that were in it. I mean, let's just get to a good page because there's a lot of ads in these books. Some good too. I mean, it's Bernie Wrightson. Can you ever go wrong when you pick up books like this? That's my question. Oh yeah, there we go. The Pepper Lake Monster.
That's good stuff.
That is good stuff. So yeah, I haven't seen these. Are rare for me to find at any show. I do have the nice Bernie Wrightson book that they had put out. It was really cool. This one, like I said, when I can find them in there, got the first 2 issues. So yeah, I snagged those without even a second question. They're not the cheapest books in the world, but really for the price, I still think it was a solid deal. I mean, this was 10, that was $8. Still,
and that's issue 1. That's issue 1 and 2.
Yep, 1 and 2.
Very nice condition, right?
Yeah, no, these I got from our friend Lynn Anderson. Lynn puts on a great show up in the Raleigh area, and he was bringing some of his personal collection, and that's actually where I bought my big one that'll be coming. And then look at that Death Dealer. I had to double check. This was the only one I was missing. That's
a good one.
Yeah, and this is in great shape. This is just beautiful art. I mean, you can even hear it cracking. It's like nobody even read this book when it came out.
My God, son, why are you opening it then? Jesus.
Oh, it's just because people need to bask. And then, of course, the ending. Look at that.
Oh, yeah. Was that one drawn by Bisley or is it Liam Sharp? I can't remember.
On that one, it is Bisley.
That's right. Liam, I think, did 2, 3.
Yep.
Or 3 and 4, something like that. But yeah, I've got that. That's a fantastic book.
It is. It is. And usually you can find it for about that price. And usually, yeah, mediocre condition.
Comics are meant to be read, Dennis.
Well, that's what I'm saying. To find one in that nice a condition. And then, of course, I picked up, I'm not a huge Submariner fan. I know some of you guys are.
Shut your mouth.
Particularly for those of you that like that lame suit with the wings and stuff like that. But
oh, now you dirty bastard.
with that being said, this was great because this literally picks right up where I think it's 183 where it ends in the Doctor Strange with brother Voodoo and stuff, and there it is because he's still kind of faceless. So that wound up being really, really cool. This one is in pretty decent shape, even in the inside. This is just a good classic book. I did love that other run, so I'll pick up an occasional Submariner, but I will not be collecting him as a whole.
For shame.
Look, now that Submariner is awesome, right? This is a good Submariner. Oh, Joe. Oh, shit, I got that one. Not in that shape. No feet on Dr. Stration. Always no feet. That's right. Check that out.
He's wispy.
That's right.
Wispy. It's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor. All right, what you got?
I got one left.
All right, show it. I'll just pop out a couple.
Okay. All right. Last but not least, I've been looking for it. And if our buddy Jackson happens to see this, I still want that one from you as well. People are going to laugh, but there's a good reason why I wanted it. Silverhawks #1, baby. Very nice condition. Silverhawks #1. I don't think Jackson is watching. He's a friend of ours that sells comics. I still want to get that one from you. The reason I wanted this book, I'm a fan of the Silverhawks. My buddy Jim Sanders, who was an inker, who is unfortunately no longer with us. He passed away a few years ago. Actually, I'm trying to see what year this was. 1987. Did the inking on this book over the penciler Mike Witherby. Mike Witherby continued penciling the book. However, Jim only inked issue 1, and then they moved him on to something else. And the inker that took over was nowhere as good, and you could really see the difference of what a good inker does. As I don't care about any other issue of this run. I think it ran for 10 issues. I just don't care. If they all look like this, I'd buy them all, but they don't. So I got my #1, and I'm happy. Paul Taylor, thank you for the $10. Really appreciate it. Fun stream, boys. Thanks. Well, thank you for joining us. I really appreciate that. Question to everyone. How long did Dr. Strange wear that mask? 6 months. I have no idea. Dennis, do you know?
I do not know the exact answer, so I will wait for Joe to pop it in there, and I bet a bunch of people will. I bet Marcus, if he's not driving right now, will pop it right in with the answer.
Yeah, I actually have no idea.
So I mean, how many issues? That would be the question. I'll guess and say 12.
So you say a year, I say 6. Randy says too long.
Oh,
I know. Oh, it's your turn.
So I wound up picking up almost the entire run. Vampire, The Masquerade. This one's Winter's Teeth. For those of you that played the role-playing game and stuff, this was a role-playing game that was meant for just playing serious role-playing. It was a very unique, a dark system. It was really cool. He wound up having pretty much the entire run, all except for the last issue. And so even though I had some of the issues, I just bought the entire set from him because why not? So anyway, I wound up getting 1 through 9 from him, and I still didn't have a 10. So I do have to wait for a number 10.
So is there only 10 issues?
I think it's a 10-issue miniseries.
Oh.
Well, they didn't call a miniseries.
No, but still.
And he did
just
not
needing one issue 10. Sucks.
I know. That is kind of a bummer. And then my last series before we get to the big finale stuff. This is the Sun Eater stuff. Dylan Sprouse did this, and I picked it up because the artwork. But for those of you that were fans of The Sweet Life of Zach and Cody, which my kids were. That is him. So I wound up picking, it's a 3-issue series. He had all 3 issues. So I bought them all because it was a heavy metal title. And yeah, Dylan Sprouse, Joe Harris, this just looked really cool. And once again, if you guys get cool stuff, I will buy it just because.
Look at that. Wore the mask for roughly 2 years. So we were both wrong. But if this was The Price is Right, you'd win because you were closest without going over.
There we go. And I do love The Price is Right.
I know you do. I've been to your house. I see a lot of Price is Right stuff.
What do you got left, Andy? I've got my last 2.
I literally just showed you my last book.
Okay, so I wound up getting a non-comic item, which was cool. My friend Tracy, who owns the shop up in Lincolnton, he gave me the original. This is Mezco, the 112. These are really cool looking. He gave me the Toy Biz one, the Toy Fair one. It was a promo. This is the ISS Mirror Universe Mr. Spock. I'm going to try and get in there to see how it's going to focus. See if it'll focus in on him because it wants to focus behind him. You can even see it's got his dagger, which I was able to put in there, the phaser. Yeah, it's not going to focus in. There's too much to focus on. But it is a really nice looking figure. So this will be going downstairs in my display case next to the regular Mr. Spock. So that was really cool. Yeah. Anyway, had to get this one.
I got to admit, Dennis, I thought this was gay. Now I know that Spock is gayer.
Oh, wow. That is a fully articulated Spock. Ignore every mean thing that Andy says. When is Dennis going to grow a goatee? Guys, I just don't have one now. I actually do it. We did it for November. I'll do it again this year. And I've had a goatee many times in my life, and I will have them again, although it'll be a little more salt and pepper. All right, let's see. Doctor Strange, 177 to 183, guest starring role in Marvel Feature 1. See, told you, Marcus had to pull over to the side of the road to type that in, but he did it. All right, guys. My Grand Slam. This is something that I normally didn't collect. I had a few issues growing up. I, of course, was a big Dragon magazine, Dungeon magazine. I love that type of stuff. Every once in a while, I would pick up a magazine. That was really cool. But this was something that, again, Lynn, I'm giving you props again. Lynn Anderson, he and his wife were there. And he had this, and he goes, you need to look at it. He knows I like different things. See, Paul, Dragon Magazine. Of course she did. All cool people read that. Or Polyhedron if you subscribed and stuff back then. But they had it. And this is something I've done a lot of appraisals for collections. I've done so many shows over the last 8 years. And this is one thing that I've never, ever seen at a show, never held in my hands, nobody ever had in the collection. All right. Drum roll. Heavy metal.
Oh, take it out of the bag so people can see it.
I knew you were going to say that. Guys, not only is this heavy metal number 1, and I got to be super careful, this is probably as close to a damn near mint copy. It's got an issue right where my finger is right here on the cover. That is literally the only blemish. Check this out. From the people who bring you the National Lampoon, April, and it was April 1st, just so you know, April Fool's Day, 1977. Heavy metal number 1, the adult illustrated fantasy magazine with one of my favorite series. It even has it in there, The Sword of Shannara, an excerpt, which was a great series that I enjoyed. Elfstone's was among the best. I mean, even the back. I mean, everybody had to be fans of heavy metal at some point. Not everybody collected it every month, but when you open it up, the artwork is just,
It starts off with a nice Richard Corbin Den story. I actually did find it online to look through and have seen the insides of that now. This is how you know Aaron is more of a serious collector than Dennis, because Dennis wouldn't even wear white gloves like Aaron would to touch it.
Well, my hands are clean, unlike yours, Andy. So it's not I know, oily fingers. Trust me, that's why this is only the second time I've removed it from the bag and it ain't staying out. Guys, this is such a nice copy. I might even consider getting this one slabbed and then just go out and find a regular lower grade one to read. So like I said, it's got one blemish right there. I really am going to have to look at the size of it to see if it's going to be worth grading. But a heavy metal number one, I'm not joking when I say I've never even seen it at a show before.
When you said I've never seen one at a show or touched one from a show, my first thought was a hot woman. So anyhow,
true.
Moving on. Let's see. I do have one last thing to show. This will be added to the Kor-Drath campaign later this afternoon. Conan #1 came out last week, a new Conan. Very nice looking book. By the way, I picked up the standard cover, but I also picked up, and let me just give some props to the artist in here. I mean, this guy is just crushing it. Robert Delatorre on the insides of the book. Don't you get bounced if you touch the women, Andy? If you get caught. I mean, so I also picked up a blank cover. And what am I going to draw on a blank cover of Conan? Conan's on the cover. His severed head. What the crom? What's a crom? That's right. So I figure, you know what? I'll add this to the campaign page, put it up for sale. And there you go. Look at that. Conan's severed head. Bloody axe. This whole thing was inked with a brush, if anybody cares. So there you have it. Look at that. I knew it would never be colored, so it's all nice rendered up in black and white. That's a brushwork and stuff. So yeah. So there's that. Wonder what? Cool. I think you'll like it. I got to admit, I liked it. You know.
All I'm going to say is thank God it's out of Marvel's hands and somewhere that will at least attempt to give it its justice and due.
The cover stock is fantastic. It's basically the same nice cover stock that all the blank covers are these days, except it's cream colored instead of white. I don't know why they did that. I mean, I have an idea because it's you know, Conan, so they didn't want to go with stark white, but it's a nice cover stock. So yes.
Thank you, Joe. Look at that, already looking it up. In my database, there's only been 2 that's been sold in the last year. So yeah, needless to say, there're just not that many out there. I'll have to go check out the stats and see, but I appreciate you looking that up.
And this is true. I actually bought the trade paperback with Mahmoud Asra's artwork because I thought he did a great job. So, and Alan Davis did a couple. I mean, the art on the Marvel Conan stuff was good. So I keep getting a sensitive content warning when I tweet out Bud's panel. Oh, that's weird. I don't think I've gotten that.
I haven't either. There's nothing new. There's nothing on it on that panel. So I don't know what they're just overly sensitive.
All right, let's try sharing the screen again, see what happens. Does that show?
Yep, that shows.
Oh, look at that. Fantastic. Guys, we're at $84,929. Randy Howell is the man. He will post the actual total because we did run a Kickstarter campaign at the same time. We are closing in so close to the $90,000 stretch goal, which is the Necronite playable character card. Bud Root, when we hit 100,000, will be contributing a 4-page Lilith story to the book.
Sequential
Story to the book. We're only 400 away on both platforms from unlocking that wonderful Necronite character card. And then you guys, all backers, will get the 4 character cards. They are playable, art on the front, stats on the back, and you'll also be getting the Shattered Reach map. And we hit 100,000, baby. 4 pages of gorgeous Bud Root artwork coming at you, making it an 80-page book. That is just glorious. And the 4 pages will be put up as well, sold as a set, because it's only 4 pages. We can't part them out. And these pages are big.
Story.
Yep, these pages are big. This first page you're looking at is 18 by 24 paper. So, and he's not drawing small on it. He's using the 18 by 24.
Guys, when I say that, he was at the show, and Marcus can attest he was there. It was massive, and he just sat there because he said, I want detail. This could be some of Bud's greatest stuff that I can't wait for this to finish.
Yep. 4 pages for 5K. Could be. We haven't really discussed it yet because they are large. I mean, they're huge. And Bud hasn't drawn sequential storytelling pages in over a decade. He's only been doing pinups and covers. So here's the sneak peek. Page 1 in progress. Obviously, if somebody's going to buy the art, we will show the art. And yes, Paul, that is the plan. I was going to do it last Monday, but I lost power at the house because we had some crazy wind and rain Monday night last week. So I couldn't join the show. But tonight, yes, that is this will be announced on the Kings tonight. And there you go, guys. So if you haven't yet, go check out the campaign. The links are in the description below, so you can check it out there. And Kor-Drath.com, of course, that link is in the description below, or you can go to this main page and click on read pages 1 through 11 and look at that. It takes you right to pages 1 through 11 because one of the pages is a little naughty. So go do that. Another thing, I think I clicked only share this tab. So if I click this, it makes no difference to you guys. Buddy of mine, Ken Landgraf, is he used to be an assistant to Gil Kane. So Ken is an older gentleman. He was actually in Vietnam. He just started a YouTube channel. He literally has, I'm looking for 12 videos up. Here's the link to the channel. He asked me if I would share it. He's got some pretty cool videos up. Ken Landgraf looks at Bernie Wrightson's infamous Frog Legs horror story. There's some inking he does on the channel. He looks at John Buscema Conan pencils, looks at Gil Kane work. So hopefully he builds the channel out more. Videos aren't that long. So if you're a fan of Gil Kane and somebody that knew the man personally and assisted him, go check out Ken's channel. You will enjoy it. I'm hitting the subscribe button right now. He now has 426 subscribers. So yeah, go check it out. We like to help people out as best we can. So go do that. Wednesday, 5 p.m. Chad Townsend joins the show to talk about his campaign. Let's see if I can find it real quick and just show it to you. Hold on. Let's see. We'll pass ones. Nope. Let's see. Let's do this. I think it's the let's see if it works in old search. There it is. So if you haven't seen this campaign yet, thank you guys very much for subbing to his channel. Chad Townsend, The Black Phantom, 2 24-page action-packed comic books, each featuring the Black Phantom and Kid Squid, plus more. He's got 11 days left. He's joining us Wednesday. So join us Wednesday as we talk to him. A new artist we have not talked to, but I got to tell you, this work is super exciting looking. I don't know if this book is in color. I'm assuming it's in grayscale. I guess we'll find him when we talk to him. I don't care. I think it looks freaking fantastic. So there you go. And he's got different books, head sketches, and things like that. So definitely check this out. Ken has picked up 10 subs. That is awesome. You guys rock. Oh, Stippling Vaughn. Aren't you a wrench? If you're a wrench, post your YouTube channel in. And let's get Stippling Vaughn some more subs to his channel. I got Stippling. I'm so sorry. I really honestly can't remember. But if you search Stippling Vaughn, I'm sure you will find it. There you go, guys. That is the comic book haul for Greenville Comicon. Oh wait, what is this? Giant Size Defense is the one with Namor getting his butt kicked. Is that the one they just did a facsimile edition of? No, that was number 4, I think. I don't know. Oh, not a wrench. We'll have to make you a wrench. Hold on. Let me see if I can do that real quick for you. We'll wrench you on up so you can pop a link. Oh, there it is. Past Master Dan's a wrench. He's got your back. Once again, greatest guys in the chat. You guys are awesome. Thank you for backing the book. I've got to do some other stuff. Dennis has other stuff. Wow, an hour and 10 minutes. Time flies so fast when you're having fun. And we'll be back Wednesday. And if
you guys, so we had too much fun stuff. So these are always great shows. We love it when you join us. We always get a nice turnout for this stuff, and you guys rock.
And if you're dying to know what movie we're going to see this Thursday, we can tell you we're going to go see Strays. That's right. The name of the movie is Strays. It's about dogs. This one particular dog, voiced by Will Ferrell, that his owner boots him out of the house, and he's looking to make his way back. Kevin Hart is a voice, or no, Jamie Foxx. I'm sorry, Jamie Foxx is a voice. Will Ferrell. It looks hysterical. I've seen the Red Band trailer. We're checking that out on Thursday night. We'll review it Friday for you guys. Until next time, everybody hang in there. Join the Kings tonight. And I will see you guys then. And everybody have a great day. Go ahead. Throw up that gang sign.
There you go.
Damn.